Okay, now with Zalhara in our back and being back in the canalization, it's time to go back to, of course, our client for the Bloodwing hunt. But also it's about time that we continue the story. We have done everything I wanted to do so far. The question is, how do we return to our client? I think I'm gonna go through the canalization and then through the Esther Send again. I think that's the way I would prefer right now. Yeah, let's do it that way. I think that's better, that's faster. I don't have to find my way through all of those skeletons again. I mean, I can just flee, I know, but that's also not really my style. I also like some fighting every now and then. A good thing also is that we now can also train Balthian again. His level has served his value. That's nice, has proven his value. Although he never really used his moves Sahara, which is still kind of strange. I did expect him to use more of those nasty status effects. But what the hell do I know what the AI thinks in this randomizer? I have an idea. Do I want to take on an elemental, maybe? Does that sound like something funny? If the water elemental is here, I will try to defeat it. Let's see if it is even here. Is it here or is it not? I think it is not here. Coward. What a coward. That one time I'm fine with it being here, it is not here. He must be afraid. He must be so afraid. Also, this is annoying. Let me try something. Let's go back to Comet. There are, of course, several advantages of Comet. I'm not sure how much damage it deals, but I need to check it out. Because Comet has, first of all, it costs, of course, less MP. But the other thing is, Comet also has a much faster animation speed. So Comet might actually be better for DPS. So let's see, 2000, huh? That's not great. I think Scarf deals 1000 more. Also you need change it for Scarf again. Let's see. Let's see how much damage deals that. Not too much actually. I think Comet actually might be better. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Comet for now. There might be the point where Scarf does overtake by a huge margin, but right now I'm actually fine with just Comet. Boom. Yeah, only 400 damage less, that's okay. Oh, I can do the trick again. One is probably not far enough away. Let's see. Nah, he is not far enough away. Okay. I wanted to try that one trick again that I already pulled off in Golmore. They have a character standing far away, and the other ones. And if you switch back, you can make enemies despawn. Let's see, this guy's there, and I assume that those guys are actually like pretty much predetermined, and that's why they do not despawn. Maybe it's also a quirk about this area, who knows? Both here just killing that guy with Comet. Also, all my characters are like roaming around the place without staying together as a group. Never mind, let's just ignore them. Okay. Yeah, the side quest with the medallion here is also something I need to do. Definitely. At this stage, I'm actually very open to all the side content the game has to offer, like, especially the super bosses as well. But yeah, now we need to return to the petitioner in the Eastersend. Did I say Westersend last time? I think I said Westersend, but I of course mean Estersend. And where's my Mowgli transport? Over there. Eastgate. Phew. Okay, okay, I am gonna flee through this area because the enemies here are just so big. That's just a waste of time, really. Like, the other enemies at least give some LP and stuff, and like this is just annoying, pointless. Just a waste of resources. Okay, by the way, I still wasn't able to figure out what the Chocobo's theme in this is. I'm kind of certain that it is Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that makes no sense. Because I checked the music pack again, and the music pack actually has no music at all from Final Fantasy Remake or Rebirth. So I find it kind of strange that I think that the music is familiar, but it's actually not like those two games, even though I highly think that those are the games that music comes from. I also find it funny how he puts his dead buddy's body in this little box here. He must have... Ooh, that's... What have you done to this guy, please? Because the box is also pretty small. Stone bolts and Lamia's tiara, nice. You know, now that I just think about it, is that maybe the, like, moral of this side quest? That you, I don't know, that this guy's actually not, like, a friend, but, like, a serial murderer or so? Like, imagine. Like, speaking of dubious, hunts, I was right, the trickster hunt here, that is absolutely pointless, basically. We are actively doing a better thing with the trickster hunt, because the trickster is basically a benevolent patron to all wild chocobos, and we just killed it. Because Gertie said so. Gertie is also shady. Yeah, Gertie. Okay, now we need to move on to Nalbina. Because from there we need to go through the highways and make way for Arcades. Once again, just around the corner. Let's see. I like the speed up button, by the way. That was such a great addition. It was also a great idea to increase the speed for the remastered version here even further. In the PS2 version, in the original PS2 version, you could not speed up at all. In the International Zodiac Job System version, you were able to speed up, but it was only 2 times at max. And yeah, the Zodiac Age adds the option to have 4 times speed because of better processing power of consoles and stuff. Anything new here? No, just the ones that we have accepted here. We need to accept the Atomos hunt. That guy is on our way to Arcades, so it would be dumb not to accept that guy. Atomos, the hunt begins. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I think shop-wise I already checked everything here. This lady did not even want to sell me anything. Why does this guy have a creepy laugh? I got lots of the good old things here, blah blah, okay. Okay, and... Shady guy, shady guy. Another thing I want to do is accept the rope lawn and the carrot hunt. Even though those are things for later. Pew, pew. Rope lawn, the hunt begins. And the petitioner for carrot is actually inside the airship terminal. I like that you have to talk to the guard here because the airship yard here is, the aerodrome is inside the fortress. And they do not want you to just go into the fortress like it's nothing. Anyways, Samadria wants her pet back. Carrot is actually her pet. And Carrot we can find in the Salika Woods. But Carrot is hard. Carrot is actually rank 7, so that should tell you something. Even though the ranks in general are not the best measure to go by. Like, there are level 6 hunts and lower hunts that are way stronger. Like, the level 4 ones are usually weaker than, like, a lot of other mobs and stuff, hunts, so... Like, the ranking of the hunts is very arbitrary. At least in my opinion. Of course, a few ones make sense, like Gilgamesh, for example. Oh, sorry, I meant Mr. X. Sorry, Mr. X, I mean, and of course, Yasmat as well, being the highest one and the only one that has level 8, rank 8. That's nice. Look at Van. Van staying behind the pack, nice. Good. Welcome to the Mosforan Highways. We already were here, but only for a quick trip to get some stuff for the Patient in the Desert side quest. Otherwise, we haven't really done anything here, so it's time to change that. This time we need to go through here. This time we are supposed to be here. Nice banishing trap. Well done, Bash. You are a certified idiot. But yeah, enemies were pretty strong when we were here last time, but this time around things are in our favor. Also, Van killed something over there. Quality stone. Nice. Oh, come on, Van. You are also a certified idiot. I literally just mistook this guy for a legit rock. Whoops. Block. That's so funny with Comet right now. But yeah, Mosforan Highways is actually not the most meaningful area in the entire game. Like, there's an Esper here, that's for sure, but otherwise there's nothing really spectacular. I think they could have done more with this area. But in general, the areas we are about to see do not have that much going for them. I think Salika Wood and Sochen Cave Pillars are the two biggest exceptions here on our way to Arcades. Also, this guy is here. Nice. This guy has an 8% chance or so to spawn instead of one of the other wolves, normal wolves. This guy's a rare game. And the Very Wolf. Very Wolf indeed. Yeah, that's so much for him. Also, I can switch in... yeah. No, Ash and Bash, okay. Block. Oh, that's nice. He also barely consumes MP. He only uses 11 MP, as far as I saw. Look at that. 281. 271, okay, 10. Like, those are the passive effects taking place here, taking effect. Very good for minimizing MP consumption. And if the conditions align, you may even recover MP from using magic, which is always very good. It basically self-sustains itself. Oh, the fire elemental. Okay, we're gonna take on this guy. Let's see. The fire elemental. Let's see if we can take on that guy. Oh, dark crystal, yeah. I was gonna say what happened to that guy, but Ash was doing her thing. Okay, we also attracted its attention. Let's see. Still kills, okay. But we are also dealing good damage. Our fire is okay. Nice, thank you. Nah. Phoenix. Come on, can you attack it with physical attacks? Never mind, both heals faster, okay. Hey, and that's our first elemental down. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, we can take those guys on now. Not so sure about the big ones, but the small ones are no longer pretty dangerous. Yeah, that leads back to the Estus Sand. We were here before. I still need to make a thorough exploration of the Yoma, but not now. Not now. Nice one. I think treasure-wise, there's also nothing spectacular here in this area. So, yeah. We will pretty much just go through here and not really have, like, that exciting stuff going on. That much exciting stuff. And the most exciting stuff that definitely is the Esper here. But that's something I keep for later. I think that's something I will do after I'm finished with the whole Dracula laboratory thing. Block, just block. That's so funny. Bash has bad timing because he is too slow. He is simply too slow. You're too slow. Both Bash, sorry. Okay, sure, we can also visit this area. That's the one with the golems, right? Not this guy, but guys over there at the fountain there. Yeah, we can already see them. Xeavin Wilder. Block. I'm actually kind of confused why does Bash have so much MP still. I wonder. Jensafin is also nice. Those two guys, by the way, those two golems are important in the original version of the game. And maybe, yeah, and more so in the original version. Because with those guys, you can build a chain for that one rare game enemy in the Pharos that drops the, what is it called? Like the best heavy helmet in the game. Like Giant's helmet or so. Something like that, I think. But yeah, you need to do a very complicated way, like a way of steps. You need to build a chain here to the max, and then you need to go through the Est Ascent to the West Ascent, and then you take the Stroll here, go to the Pharos, and fight your way all the way up there. And then you can farm that guy for the armor piece better. That's actually something I attempted in the base game, but I lost interest very quickly because, once again, not once again, but the what is it called? The helmet is not particularly good. Same with the strongest heavy armor. Like, they are not very good. By the way, we cannot even reach the Esper if we wanted to. We need to tinker around with those shrines here. But we cannot do that right now. I think they activate after you've done with Salika Woods. Our guy got pretty nice stuff, but this is the guy I need to talk to. This is the one for Braegh. Braegh, not sure if I will take that on, because I need to defeat Bomb King for that. And Bomb King is always a difficult enemy. Makes me wonder how the caravan even like passes that area. If the Bomb King is blocking the way. Yeah, not much else we can do here. Scout is for... No, never mind. Scout is not for cards. It's only the Techrophas guild that has cards for you. Yeah, some areas you cannot explore because that's why we need the... that's what we need the shrines for. So let's move on for now. I was gonna say that's the rare game. There's also a rare game here, but you need to... The timer needs to be between like 0 and 10 or so. The minute timer, and that's not the case right now. Just knocked him out of the sky. 2,000 is not a lot, if you ask me. 2,000 is not a lot in this case. Hey, another fire elemental. There he goes. And can cards again, dude. Ash, please be so kind and revive Bash. Block. Ah, not again. Oh, he lives. Okay, both here lives. Nice. And we also got the Vulture. Yeah, we can also punch a rock here. Or a couple of rocks for that matter. Opens a nice connection. I'm not sure. You do not need that. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's not needed for the. Oh, Seeks. Interesting. You don't need those. This passageway for any like Esper-related stuff here. Yeah, Seeks run around here. Our first dangerous Seeks, if you exclude those guys from Nalvina. Seeks are also always interesting enemies for the best Sherry. Only spawn in a couple of like specific locations. And this one here is one of them. And the other one is Foam Coast. And I think also Tuerubu's step, or was that... I think that was Bangas. I think Bangas attack you there. Okay. So the northern skirts is the area where Atomos is. Atomos usually known for being a very strong enemy within the Final Fantasy franchise. Also oftentimes a summon of some kind. But in this it's just a fairly normal enemy actually. Nothing too major with the Atomos. We poached a Gambit. Nice. It's also nice that Ash pouches with the gun, allows her to stay out of harm's reach. Nice. 94 gil. Oh, what have you... Oh, just money, okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, there he is, Atomos. Let's take care of the birds first, okay? And then Atomos. Atomos is nothing to, yeah, get too excited about. Yeah. Look at how much damage we deal with our magic. And he even has shells, so, yeah, poor guy. Okay, one more Scarf and one more Comet. Oh yeah, he also tries to have physical barrier, nice. Yeah, that's Atomos, sorry, Atomos vanquished, totally vanquished. Yeah, I could go back now and... Yeah, I could go back now and get the reward for the hunt, but nah, not gonna do that. I can save that for later. For now I want to move on. And that takes me straight to the Salika Wood. For whatever reason, I remember the Salika Wood particularly if I think about my first time I played the International Zodiac Job version on emulator. I'm actually not sure why, but this is an area that I always think about when I think about that game. Also, once again, nice Final Fantasy VI music. Salika Wood is actually the Phantom Wood now. Phantom Forest? I think it's called Phantom Forest. Nice, weird hair. Kill it. Sorry. Also, look at those guys. Pumpkinhead. Wow, he just dropped 1 LP. Nice. Okay, that also certainly gives this area a completely different atmosphere with the music. Because usually this is supposed to be the serene, calm forest. But right now, not so much. Because Phantom Forest is supposed to be scary and ghosts and scary. You know? You know. Cannot escape the comet, sorry. Okay, I cannot talk to the Mogris right now. Mogris, yeah, Muggles. Yeah, the Mogris. Mogris in German, by the way. Muggles. I need to talk to the, head honcho first. Also, did I forget to buy a map for this place? I think I did. If only Scarf would hit both enemies, or multiple enemies, that would be nice. Obliterated, okay. I don't want to kill the bunny right now. Actually, I shouldn't explore the area. Oh, never. You get an urn here? I did not remember that. But you get an urn here, okay? Yeah, we get a map, nice. Okay, first of all, we want to go to the Living Chasm. Because that's where the, Master Moogle is, or whatever he's called. Oh, those guys. Oh, they are so tiny, look at him. Is it nice that I give the wildlife of Ivali so many diseases? I'm not sure. I'm responsible for the pandemic of Ivalis. Actually, I think there's actually some kind of pandemic taking place in Ivalis or so, right? Isn't that like the backstory for Final Fantasy Tactics? Like what happened between like the 12 and Tactics? And explains why Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice is like very different compared to this one. Oh no, it was a calamity, I think. It was a calamity, like yeah, like earthquakes and stuff. Not a pandemic. Pandemic was real life. But I'm fairly sure there was also some like kind of like sicknesses or so that also like something like the pest or so. And that like backstory for tactics or so. Or it could also just be that I'm imagining things, of course. By now you should know that I have a vivid imagination. Okay, weird, like, small cutscene there. Also no music. Okay, we want to make progress here, but the door is closed, the portal. Moogle boss, the gate here. We need to find his 9 missing apprentices. So, yeah, we need to find those guys now. Luckily, the map tells us where they are. Like one over there, or there. They are not in the upper part here because that's the like dangerous part of Zodiakku. Because here is the Bomb King, and that cuts off those 2 areas. I wonder if I'm able to take on the Bomb King. I will see. I think having disease is pretty good for Bomb King. I think Bomb King is susceptible to disease. And that would make the fight kind of trivial, because his gimmick basically is that he runs around the arena and keeps healing himself multiple times to full health. And obviously, if his current HP are his max HP, he cannot do that. Because then he always has max HP. Why did Bazaar not just deal 4000 damage or something? Nice one. Oh yeah, he has instant attack, I forget. Actually, I think for now it's okay to just attack. Your attack is also very strong. Ouch. But your normal attack is also very good. Yeah, especially if it is instant. I don't know, have I unlocked an attack boost license by now from the license board last time? I'm not sure. Anyways, those are the Moogles we are searching for. Look at them. The Ivalice Moogles are kind of cute. They are much more humanoid compared to other Moogles. But they are pretty cute. Like, they have more anthropomorphic, like, proportions. Oh, Chaos Mace, interesting. Not Random Primer. Weapons. Chaos Mace has Disable, okay, interesting. Yeah, could be nice. Yeah. I keep getting Serum, that's Sunny German, okay. I keep getting Serum, that's pretty nice. A weird German-English moment. Also one of my staples. Oh, come on, yeah. Let the bunny live. I like the pumpkin heads, such weird enemies. I mean, there are also onions running around this world, so yeah, why not pumpkin heads as well? Pumpkin heads are actually quite common in Square games. Secret of Mana has like pumpkin enemies too. And like in general, pumpkins are always like a common motive for enemies or so. Like those jack-o'-lantern enemies, kinds. I like how all those Moogle have like different like phenotypes or so. Like this Moogle has different eyes, and the other Moogle has like a different fur color. That's nice. Once again, very nice attention to detail that they look different and not just the same model reused over and over again. That is nice. Final Fantasy XII is so good, guys. That's something I always need to say, and I will always say. Like I already said, if I had to name like a favorite Final Fantasy game out of all of them, I would probably go with 12, or at least it would be one of my top choices. But also in general, I would not be like offended if someone called this the best game ever made. I guess it's certainly one of my all-time favorites. Just a very good game. So this is the area where Carrot is, but Carrot is currently not here, and that's because we defeated enemies here in Salika Wood. You need to enter the wood, and then you need to not kill any enemies, because otherwise Carrot will run away and will not be here. That's basically the challenge for making Carrot spawn. So in this area I want to kill those bunnies, because then there's a chance each time I kill one that there is also another rare game spawning. That guy should not be Phone Coast exclusive. Speaking of Phone Coast, we are about to reach Phone Coast. That will happen soonish. And that also means we can finally do those rare games as well. That might also yield more interesting items. Not sure how the entire like trophy system with the randomizer works with my settings. I wouldn't really be against it if those items would all be randomized. But we will see. Or if it just be... Oh, there he is. Nice. The Spee, that's the one I wanted to spawn. Nice, also gave him disease. Good. Well, what did you see that? Wow, that was weird. Sorry, that was strange. Like something flickered there, and I'm not sure what that was. But okay. Nice that rare game also gives me some trouble from time to time, because I think the percentage for it to spawn is like 5% after you kill one of those guys here. And that's not too high. Kind of like a Ripe Rampager in the Astrosand with the Cactoids. I think he also only spawns in specific areas. Like you don't even know if he spawns just by defeating the enemy. You also need to approach the right section of the area as well. There's also another rare game in Salika Wood, but not here, I think. Oh, that one is over here, Corridor of Ages. A specific toad enemy. That one is also tricky, because that toad is always invisible. It has vanished on itself, and you need to make sure that you hit it somehow without being able to target it. And 33 for Bash, nice. He's catching up. Actually, he did catch up, yeah. Nice. I do not want to talk to the Moogles right now. Let me get rid of the enemies first. Also interesting, the cooldown for attacks is still there for both here. Like, attacks in this game can basically be broken down into like 3 separate parts. The first one is the charge phase, basically, which is when the ATB bar fills. That's the first step for like animation time or attack time. Then there's the actual animation for the attack to happen. And then there's also like a small cooldown after that. And that cooldown is not like cancelled out by quick here, it seems. That's also the reason why Boltier does not go bam 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 full on trigger happy with his guns. Okay, now we have found all the Mughals, nice. They even offer us if we want to like accompany them back to the gate, but we say no because they want to keep exploring. It's a nice offer though for anyone who wants to go back to the gate immediately, pretty nice. Oh, that's a chest. I was gonna say, what is this enemy? Okay, yeah, because I want to try the Bomb King now. Bomb King, Bomb King, Bomb King. Good old Bomb King. Like I said, being able to put disease on him would be a huge benefit. So much in fact that it basically would carry the entire fight in my opinion. Charm again, but I cannot be sure. I cannot be sure if it works. I think it does. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I will find out. Yeah, anything else I want? Ash is not good because she has guns. Fainaru maybe. I forgot to buff. Ah. Okay, let's see how this goes. Bomb King a little bit crazy here. Oh, dangerous music as well, nice. Also accompanied by several smaller bombs. Okay, he keeps using Olga, that's good, because... Look how tiny they are! Because, he does not need to have fire attacks, actually. Killing? Yes, we can do it. No, that's the small one, never mind. Yeah, nice, it works. Okay, this makes the fight very easy. Like I said, his gimmick usually is that he like keeps calling reinforcements. He also will try to heal himself to full HP, and he does that multiple times. And if you're not fast enough, you are basically stuck in a kind of infinite loop. But with disease, this problem is completely gone. So yeah, GG, I would say. And I was kind of afraid of this guy. Like he doesn't even want to call new allies. He only does that when he is in critical HP. Wow. Yeah, and disease does not allow you to go into critical HP. Wow. That's easy money. Okay. I also like the fact that what you can see here, that the bombs are actually bombs. Also, I'm not sure if it is good that we light a fire here now in the vote. But hey, that's how it is. Okay, easy work, easy money. That also unlocks a lot of stuff. Oh, here, fabulous both here. Yeah, that also unlocks a lot of stuff. We have access to the Nabrius Deadlands as well as Nabradia. Not Nabradia, Nabudis. Nabudis, the Necro Hole of Nabudis, as it is called. I think Nabradia is actually correct. Isn't that's the country, right? Nabradia is the country, Nabudis is like the capital, and there's also Nalbina, but that's like a city in Dalmasca. So yeah, too much Na. There's also Namienza, but that's not too complicated to tell apart. But I just move on, to be honest. I just keep waltzing. You don't need comment anymore. The enemies we will encounter here are not much stronger. Obviously, we will encounter the Braegh. That's nice. But like the enemies are still the same standard as are still the same standard as the Salika would overall. Also, here's the Braegh. Nice firework. I think. He was here, wasn't he? No, he was actually there. Okay. And that guy, seeing as the Bomb King was easy, should also not be a problem. Oh yeah, Chocobos as well. Brown Chocobo. Let's kill some more chocobos, even though I still find that pretty strange. Yeah, the rare game would be down there somewhere, like down there. Did I see something? I might have seen something. But yeah, first of all, let's take care of the Braegh, and then we can try to hunt for other stuff. Is that beneficial? I can't even activate it. Okay, never mind. Braegh, hello. Okay, disease again. Wow, disease is so good in this game, right? Especially against enemies. Also not too bad against the party members, of course. But look at this. Yeah, disease is just so good because, like I said, like I mentioned with Bomb King, enemies cannot enter critical HP state. And that makes many enemies so much easier. Also Bush, nice try, but that's totally pointless. Yeah, not having enemies in critical HP or letting them go into critical HP is such a good benefit. Also, of course, disables the healing, and yeah. Like, this guy cannot do anything. I'm just too strong. Of course, I also cannot see how much HP is left, but do I really care? Actually not. Oh, Fantajī, that was poison, right? Also reflect. Nice. That was a nice try, but yeah, he cannot heal himself. Okay, Braegh vanquished. Euclid's Sextant is so good in this. Like, I'm happy to finally have... Yeah, Ash, that's not gonna work. I'm happy to finally find a good use for the measures. Or at least for one measure. Even though that's not quite like the intended purpose of measures. Because normally you are supposed to use them on your own party members and give beneficial statuses to them. And this guy did not even care, okay. Oh, Ash, really? Yeah, okay, you just do your thing, Ash. Do whatever you think is right. You are the heir to the Damascus throne. I'm gonna believe you. Okay, I believe you. Who knows where that comes from? I hope you know. Okay, I believe you. That's a cult classic. Also, no Toad here. I cannot see like something shimmering. Oh, dude, that's so loud. Bzoop, bzoop. Eight motherfucking good. Yeah. Okay, Reflect is gone. Oh, here, Backnami. I want to see if I can find this Toad. That's not nice. Like I said, it is invisible, but you can see like the shimmering effect. Of course, the question would be, how do I trigger it? Nope, it is still not here. I'm giving it 3 more shots, and if it does not appear, it does not appear. Nope. Actually, do I hear something? Oh, that's up there, okay. You should still be able to hear it. That's also a nice indicator to find out if it is there or not. Nope, it's not here. I keep listening, but I cannot hear it. Nope. Maybe you really have to zone two areas for those guys to appear. I'm trying it with the one zone right now. Did I hear something? No, that was up there again. I think that was that a chocobo? I cannot tell, okay. Okay, one more try. Let's see. Actually, let's not see, that's here. Nope, he's not here. Okay. Okay, doesn't really matter. Just a rare game without any huge significance right now. Let's move on. Okay, only this area is left. There's another rare game here, but that's Phone Coast exclusive. I think that's another one for... which requires you to not kill any enemies in the area here. But I've already done so, so he will not be here. And he cannot be here because, as I said, Phone Coast. Oh yeah, the back enemies are also gonna be interesting in the Necrohole and the Deadlands. I wonder, did they intend for Muggles to be here before they placed the Bomb King there? Maybe, because there's a hut here. Hey, yeah, let's go this direction. Antares. I was gonna say that's the guy I was mentioning, the rare game. But that cannot be, but it is also Mantis. Nice, another Omega badge. Okay, Bash, goodbye. Bash is cast into the void. X-Death, don't bench my party members, please. It's bad enough that you let Gilgamesh roam the entirety of the Final Fantasy multiverse, not my party member too. Gilgamesh is good, by the way. Gilgamesh is a very good thing, one of the best things of Final Fantasy. Like, always happy to see him, and very nice that they implemented him into Rebirth. That's actually one thing when I did hear that they remake, or when I thought about remaking Final Fantasy VII, like that was one of my personal points that I personally would have definitely done, implementing Gilgamesh into Final Fantasy VII. And thankfully they did. I'm very happy for that. Very good stuff. Also in a very good manner too. He is just plain good old Gilgamesh. Like 1000% Gilgamesh in that game. And that's stuff I like. Okay, yeah, we've explored almost anything here. Let's save. And let's move to the gate. Okay. Quickly pick up a chest here again. Some good. What is this? I like that I have to defeat the Bomb King because they cannot just hop over there. Always funny. By the way, what is this construction here, by the way? We are walking on like some kind of weird broadwalks here inside like a gigantic forest that does not have a visible ground or so. Like, Golma does the same thing. Like, I always found that very weird, but also very cool in a way. Like, what is even down there? And like, is there even a floor at all, or like, what does it look like? That would be interesting. Exploring the ground area of the Salika Wood. Like, why do people not travel on the ground here? But why did they have built all those weird, like, wooden platforms here. What is the reasoning for that? I'm actually not sure if the bestiary entry, or one of the bestiary entries, tells you that, but it's interesting for sure, at least something to think about. Food for thought, I guess. Anything else here? No. You can already tell by treasure-wise also nothing spectacular here. Just your good old consumables and nothing more, nothing less. Also, I never mentioned the Marlborough Kings, but here they are Marlborough Kings. I also never mentioned that some like of the Marlborough royalty in this game have. Oh no! Oh no! Can please someone? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I never mentioned that Marlborough royalty in this game. They have like beards, and it's funny. They also move around in a pretty weird manner. They have like their usually they have their, when they walk around, they have their crown on their face, and like they throw that in the air and then like it's on their head actually, and yeah, very weird. Weird like the weird hair. I wasn't down here. Let's leave those guys alone. They haven't done anything to me. And I've already gone on a killing spree of them, so yeah, I'm satisfied for now. Why does no one cure Seth? Is there something wrong? Oh, you two have Basuna and it is permanent, okay. Can only cure with Asuna, I see. Getting a lot of gil from the chests here. Nothing to get super exciting about, but it is nice money. Extra money is always welcome. Especially in this randomizer where everything is so costly. Okay, and that leads back to, the gate. Nice. And here we go, the Mughals are doing their job. Finally. The Mughal boss. And open sesame. A pretty loud open sesame if you ask me. And nice. Okay, now we can talk to those guys and they might give you something. We will also meet those guys again. One already mentioned that they next go to Sirawi's step. So, yeah, we will also meet them again. Now who's giving me stuff yet? Oh no, just this guy. 4 ice stones and 4 scream roots. Okay, yeah, with this not so awesome reward, we can now move on to the Foam Coast. So yeah, let's see.
It would seem we made the right choice. If we'd taken the easy way and come by airship, one of those patrols would no doubt have been quick to roll out the red carpet. We're on the Empire's doorstep now, so we shouldn't have to worry quite so much. But that's no excuse to get sloppy. It is still a long road to the capital.
Okay, you did hear our leading man. It's still a long road to the capital. And we get the normal music, okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, Foam Coast. To be honest, I think that's something I will do next time. I did actually not recall that there's a save crystal here, but fine. I'm gonna end it here for today. A nice session again. We did get Sahara, we did go through Mosforan High Waste, and next time we will probably reach Arcades and do the entire stuff with the Dracula Laboratory. I'm looking forward to it because after we finish with that, we also unlock the next batch of site-related stuff. So looking forward to it again. And yeah, that's it for me for now. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, take care and goodbye. While Ash keeps casting spells. Nice. Ciao.